Hello and welcome to the classroom. My name is Miss Kathy and this is Sue. Sue, look, our friends came back to see us today. Well, Sue, today we're going to talk about the letter E, and E is for eggs. Do you like to eat eggs? Do you like scrambled eggs? Or boiled eggs? Okay, well, we're going to have a fun time talking about that, but we can't have fun yet until we do our class job. Do you remember what our class job is? We have to feed Fred. So Sue, send one more kiss to our friends, and then you go have a seat so that we can feed Fred his fish food. Here you go, Fred. Oh, it's time for our letter of the day. Today's letter is the letter E. Can you say E? If your name has letter E, stand up. If your name has letter E, stand up. If your name has letter E, if your name has letter E, if your name has letter E, stand up. Well, today E is for eggs, and I have some eggshells right here. Now, parents, if you do this activity for decorating your E, make sure that the eggshells are clean and dry. So I'm going to take those eggshells and I'm going to glue them onto my letter E. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you don't have any eggshells, or if you don't want to do that, you can just take a marker and you can just pretend that this is the egg and that it's cracking. So you can just make some lines like that, like the egg is cracking. So I'm going to show you, I'm just going to take my glue right here and put it all over my letter E. It might take a good bit of glue to hold those eggshells. So I just have some pieces of eggshell, and I'm going to just stick those right on there. That is pretty cool. I had some nice brown eggshells that I've been saving. Okay. So this is just a fun way to decorate letter E that's just a little bit different. Instead of just coloring it, we can decorate it with eggshells, since today E is for egg. But don't worry if you want to just make some cracked lines and pretend that the egg is cracked. Okay, I'm almost finished decorating my E. It's going to need a little time to dry. Okay, maybe just a little bit more right there. Ta-da! So I decorated E with eggshells. I'm going to lay this over here so it'll have time to dry. And now we can recognize letter E. So next we'll practice writing it. So to write letter E, we just need 4 lines. Let me show you. So first we're going to make a line that goes down. And then we're going to go back to the top. We're going to make a line across the top and the middle and the bottom. That's how you make big letter E. So let me show you what that looks like on handwriting paper. Okay, we're going to make a line that goes across the top and the middle and the bottom. This is a big letter, so remember, big letters go upstairs and downstairs. Make a line that goes down and then top, middle, bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 lines straight down, upstairs and downstairs. Trace across the top, trace across the middle, trace across the bottom. Down, and then 1, 2, 3, top, middle, and bottom. Okay, you can practice writing big E if you'd like to. And then I'm going to show you how to make little E, and you can practice that one too. So to make little E, you're going to make a line that goes straight out. And then you're just going to curve around like that. Let me show you what that looks like on the handwriting paper. So you're going to make a line that goes straight, and then you're going to curve around. Now this is a little letter, and don't forget little letters need to go downstairs. So find the stairs, and that's the line where little e belongs. Straight out and then curve around. Straight and around. Out and curve around. Out and then go up, 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 and around all the way. It kind of looks like letter C if you get rid of that middle part. Out and curve around. Out and then just make a letter C. Okay, so this is small e or little e. I want to see how you're doing. I'm going to check and cheer for you. Are you ready to show me your little e and big E? Good job! Wow, you are listening and learning. I'm going to give a sticker to you. Here it comes. That's for your handwriting paper. Well, now we know what letter E looks like. We know how to write it. So next we're going to talk about the sound that it makes. Letter E is one of those special letters that we call the vowels. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Well, we said E in the song, so E must be a vowel. And whenever we talk about a vowel, we get a visit from one of the vowel people. And here he is. This is my friend, Old Man E. And Old Man E can't hear very well. When you speak to Old Man E, he's going to say, eh? What did you say? Eh? Old Man E can't hear very well. So when you speak to him, he's going to say, eh? What'd you say, Sonny? Eh? Eh? Take your hand and put it next to your ear and practice that sound. Eh? 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 What did you say? Eh? Well, if you look very closely, you can see a letter E hiding in the picture. Did you spot that letter E? There it is. It's his ear. His ear looks like letter E. So I'm hoping when you see a letter E, it's going to remind you of my friend E. And then you'll remember that E says, eh, 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 like Old Man E. Well, that was our letter time. You did such a great job. And now it's time for math. And for math today, we are going to be counting eggs. It says, how many eggs is the farmer holding? Well, I don't see any eggs in the farmer's hand, so we're going to have to say 0 for this first one. The farmer is holding 0 eggs. Let's do the next one. Now, how many eggs is the farmer holding? 1. Can you find number 1? There it is. The farmer is holding 1 egg. Good job. How many eggs is the farmer holding? Let's count. 1, 2. Can you find number 2? Point to number 2. There it is. How many eggs is the farmer holding? 1, 2, 3. Find number 3. Yes. Let's count the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one of these numbers is number 4? This one. How many eggs is the farmer holding? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you find 5? Yes. Let's count the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Point to 6. at the top. Let's count the eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you point to 7? On the bottom. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which number is 8? Yes. Now, ooh, look at this farmer. That's a lot of eggs. Let's count and see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where is number 9? Yes, there it is. Last one. How many eggs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which number is 10? There it is. You did such a great job counting all those eggs. Well, now it's time for us to review the color and the shape that we've been working on all this week. We've been working on the color red. I bet you know how to spell red. Let's see. R-E-D, red. R-E-D, red. I can spell red. I can spell red. Fire trucks are red. Stop signs are red too. R-E-D. R-E-D. Good job. Well, all this week we've also been working on this shape. Can you tell me what shape is this? It's a circle, and this is Susie. Susie's circle, big and round. Watch me as I roll around. Okay, well, next it's time for science, and we are going over to the science table and we are going to crack an egg and we're going to look at the parts of it. So let's go. For science today, we're actually going to crack an egg and talk about the parts of an egg. I have some eggs right here, so let me take one out and let's crack it into this plate and see what it looks like. Wow, take a look at that. So we had to knock the egg against this plate because this outer part was kind of hard, wasn't it? That's called the egg shell. And it is hard, and it's meant to protect what's inside. And then this part right here that you can see right inside the eggshell, hope you can see that. It's like this little bubble. That's an air sac. So if this one was an egg from the grocery store, but if it was an egg from the farm, maybe a baby chick could be growing inside, and the baby chick could use that air sac to breathe. Now, no baby chick in this one, because remember, this is just one from the grocery store. If you look right here inside the eggshell, and if I pull it back just a little bit, there's kind of this little skin-like stuff you can kind of see right there, I hope. And that's called a membrane. That goes all the way around on the inside of the egg. I can kind of peel away the egg and I can see the membrane is under there, see? Now let's take a look right here. I see this big yellow circle. That's called the egg yolk, and it would provide food if there was a baby chick growing in here. And then you can see all this ooey gooey stuff. That stuff is called the albumin, and it's to kind of act like a cushion to keep everything from kind of hitting against the side of the hard eggshell. It kind of cushions everything. And then you see right here, it's probably hard to see, but there are these little strings at the top and the bottom. That's called the shalanza, and that's what helps to kind of anchor the middle inside the egg. Keep everything nice and together in there. So those are the basic parts of an egg. That was a lot of fun. Well, next we're going to do something fun for art. For art today, we're going to make a maraca. I'm going to be using a plastic egg And I'm just going to put some beans inside the plastic egg like this. You could also use rice or buttons. I'm going to close up the plastic egg, and then I'm going to take the egg and put it onto a spoon like this. You don't have to do this. It's going to be a maraca, like something you can use to shake, shake, and make music. You don't have to put it on the spoons if you don't want to. You can just shake it like it is, but this gives it kind of like a little handle. So I put the egg between the two spoons, and now I need to make all this stay together. So I'm using colorful tape. Maybe I'll use this pretty blue one. All right, so I'm just going to take a piece of tape, and it can be plain tape. It doesn't have to be colorful tape. That's okay. And I'm just going to tape right here the spoons and the eggs. I'm going to tape them together. Okay, I think I'm going to get another piece of tape. My tape wasn't quite long enough. Okay, so we're going to put those together around the egg, and then we're going to tape it so all that stays together. Okay, so make sure you tape it really well, and then you can shake, 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 shake. You can use your egg shaker or maraca to make some music today. And I think I might use my pink tape really fast. Let's see if I can get it to come off. I was thinking I might put these together. That might make it a little bit easier for you to hold on to. So I'm just going to kind of put those together too, like that. Okay, so there you have it. We made a little egg maraca today. That was kind of fun, and now it's going to be useful to make some pretty music. Well, here's that egg maraca that I made. Now I can make some beautiful music. Well, Sue, didn't we have a great week? I sure did. I want to see if you remember all the letters that we learned this week. Let's review very quickly. On Monday, we learned this letter. What letter is this? It's A, and A was for apple. And what does A say? A, as in achoo. And then on Tuesday, we learned this letter. What letter is this? B, and B was for bear. We scratched with a fork. We made some bear scratch marks. And B says like bubbles. And then on Wednesday, we learned this letter. We decorated it with cut paper, but what is this letter? C. And C says k, 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 k. And we also learned about cows that day. And then yesterday on Thursday, we learned this letter. What letter is this? It's D. D was for dinosaurs, but D was also for dots. D says D, 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 D. And today we learned this letter. And what letter is this? E. And E is for eggs. And what does E say? Eh, eh, eh. Well, you did a wonderful job. We are so proud of you, right, Sue? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Goodbye.